What's happening, guys? I'm Curtis, and you're watching Leftfootfirst. Alright, today we're waiting on parts for the LoCost, so we won't be working on that. Instead, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to work on this. This is the engine out of my quad. It's a 525 KTM motor, and it's had a nasty tick in it since I bought it. Just in first gear, but real bad. So I got Justin here. We're gonna rip this apart and see if we can kind of deduce what's going on and see if there's anything we can do to make this make it a little bit better for the summer. So let's jump into it.
Works better when it's on.
Works better when the camera's on. Our first step is to drain all the oil, because we didn't do that when we took it out of the quad. Ran into our first snag. These are the camshafts, but we can't figure out how to disconnect the timing chain so we can pull this top head off. So we've resorted to research. Getting affected. We've hit a huge snag here. We got the flywheel here, and I need to pull this off in order to split the case, but I don't have a flywheel puller for this. My flywheel puller that I do have is this one off of my Yamaha, but it's got the thread on the wrong side. So I need to find a puller that's going to fit on here. And of course it's Sunday, so nowhere's open, so we can't go buy one. So we might be waiting until tomorrow to continue this. But we'll see. We'll think about it. We'll let you know. And we're back. We looked everywhere. We called all of our friends in Airdrie. Nobody had the right flywheel puller, so today is tomorrow. It's the next day. I went into town, got a flywheel puller. Let's see if we can pull that off and make a little bit of progress. We're gonna be tight on time because now I only have evenings to work on this episode, and it's only like I guess I only have 3 evenings until this video goes live. So it's gonna be a rush. Let's get into it. So the flywheel came off pretty easily once we had the right tool. Unfortunately, the next step, according to our handy dandy service manual over there, is we got to remove this cam chain. This has kind of like a single overhead cam that then actuates two like child cams. And the only way to get this cam out is to break the chain. And the only way to break the chain is to use the KTM created cam chain breaker tool doodad. So I looked around, to get a cam chain breaker would be, you know, a couple weeks, and it's like 230 bucks. And a new cam chain, you gotta have a new cam chain anyhow. You can't reuse this one once you break it. The new cam chain's 100 bucks. So I went in and talked to the guys at Blackfoot Motorsports and said, hey, if I buy a new cam chain from you guys, will you just put it together for me with your handy dandy tool when I need it? They said, yep. So rather than spending $200 on a new tool, we're gonna use the one that we already got and hopefully not damage anything. Let's try it. Off, the shifter out, the oil pump out. Our next step is we gotta try to take this primary gear off. So it's got a left hand thread nut on here, and I threw the impact on and it just wasn't budging. So I put the clutch basket back on, and if you go to KTM, they have a fancy little tool that slots in here that locks these two gears together. But if you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money, and all you want to spend is a penny, you just take a penny or a Canadian peso, stick it in between those two gears like that, stick your impact on it, and completely fail. Well, that didn't work. I cannot get that nut off. It's left-hand thread, and I spent a whole bunch of time trying to get it off before I realized that. So I just tightened the absolute crap out of it, and now I just can't get it loose. So I turned a couple of pennies into modern art pieces. Used all the air in my air compressor and even got a little bit rowdy with it, and I can't get it off. So yeah, I gotta end the episode here. I'm gonna take some time, do a little research, hopefully come up with a better idea on how to get that thing off, and then come back and show you guys next week what we find out. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, tell a friend, and we'll see you guys next week.